Trump's child separation policy absolutely violated international law, says UN expert. I'm deeply convinced that these are violations of international law.
Here's a summary of the article.
Activists, including childcare providers, parents and their children, protest against the Trump administration's recent family detention and separation policies for migrants along the southern border, near the New York offices of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, July 18, 2018 in New York City. The Trump administration violated international law when it separated migrant children from their families, a United Nations expert said Monday. That's not all, said Manfred Novak, the independent expert leading a global study on children deprived of liberty. Referencing the Convention on the Rights of the Child, Novak said that the detention of children shall only be a measure of last resort and only if absolutely necessary for the shortest appropriate period of time. That means, in principle, children should not be deprived of liberty. A lack of political will to make that policy change was clear, Novak suggested, when the Trump administration instituted its so-called zero-tolerance policy in which officials separated children from their parents at southern border. Of course, separating children, as was done by the Trump administration, from their parents, even small children, at the Mexican-U.S. border is absolutely prohibited by the Convention on the Rights of the Child, Novak continued. I'm deeply convinced that these are violations of international law, Novak adding, saying that the same could be said of the high number of children incarcerated through the U.S. criminal justice system.
This post received a score of 44,907, with an upvote ratio of 76%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
You want Mexican Joker? Because this is how you get Mexican Joker.
Vivimos en una sociedad.
Bien gracias, Y2.
El perro es blanco.
Muy bien gracias, Y2.
Tengo los frijoles calientes en mis pantalones.
Pinche cerdo.
Greater than the United States is party to the Convention on Civil and Political Rights and the Convention on Torture, Novak noted, and said that the way the Trump administration was separating infants from their families only in order to deter irregular migration from Central America to the United States of America, for me, constitutes inhuman and degrading treatment. And that is absolutely prohibited by the two treaties. Can the media finally start calling Trump what he is, a criminal against humanity? It should have happened long ago.
It was Obama's data that was reported as Trump's. Will you retract your statement as the news organizations have?
How can someone say absolutely, then follow that up with I'm convinced?
It would be noteworthy if you weren't convinced about something that is absolutely true.
Deeply convinced. Who the hell gets to write these headlines? Are they running out of buzzwords, phrases? This car is absolutely the fastest car ever created. I'm deeply convinced there is no other car that is faster.
I thought it was deeply concerned until I saw your comment. Lol, this is ridiculous.
This same guy put out a study earlier this week without even realizing where the numbers were coming from or the fact that they were a total over the course of a year, not how many were held at one time. Why should I trust anything this guy says when he can't even get the most basic information right? Also hilarious that Salon is putting out stories as if this wasn't already discovered. Here is how Salon starts its article with the already debunked study and presenting it as true.
WTF, I thought I was browsing controversial.
It's the Salon though. You guys wouldn't take Breitbart seriously, don't pretend this rag is better. Neither is a reputable source.
If Salon was on paper it'd be on a roll next to a toilet.
I wouldn't wipe my ass with that shit.
The problem with this article.is, the figure of 100,000 children in detention occurred in 2015, during the Obama administration. The actual number is 69,550 children who have been held in detention at any point during that year, whether for 2 days or 8 months or the whole year, not all simultaneously. These children entered the U.S. illegally, most likely as part of family units, and they needed to be processed before either being released or deported.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.